the Leeds Network. I'm Justin Horo, joined by the Triple AG and the bro, Lukey Stowe. Boys, let's just get straight into the show. It's only been a couple of day turnaround. We are back and we are finishing off our Beaches division and previewing the season for the Roosters, Rabbitohs, Sharks and the Dragons. But before we start, we had a number of replies. Thanks to everyone who reached out on behalf of the Warriors and talking about their preseason. This one comes from Embroa. Warriors do preseason at Bethel's Tahanga in West Auckland. It's a rugged strip of West Coast which has that iconic black sand. It is brutally hot under feet in the summer. The waves and rips are very unpredictable. It's a beautiful place. Rest in peace, Sonny Fye. So that's where Sonny Fye passed away. Correct? Yep. Man. And I seen this maybe a couple of years ago, or maybe when it might have been last year's preseason when they were talking about it. I believe they return every preseason to do a preseason there and remember Sonny, which is
great.
He did pass away in preseason, and I remember that. When it happened. So,
it's like 2008 or 9, wasn't it?
I think 9.
Yeah, 9.
I think 9. Yeah, I think 9 or 10.
Yeah,
so
it's awful news.
It's a nice touch by the Warriors to continue to head back there. They would have had different coaching staffs over the year. And ownership. Yeah,
and they still remember it. It's great.
Yeah.
It says a lot about the club.
Yeah.
And the people around it.
Agreed. All right, let's get to the Raiders because we didn't have a Raiders fan question. So
do we have one?
We've got the Raiders. Is it
from Ricky Stewart?
Ricky Dodds. Ricky Dodds. All right, boys, Raiders fan question here. Got to represent the team. The reason I put this into, because I reckon me and you are going to be on the same page with this. Does the Raiders season drastically change if Paddy is giving 30 to 40 minutes instead of 20 to 25 minutes from the bench like last year? His development is crucial but needs to be done right. Can I add something before?
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree with this. I would have loved to have seen more minutes from Owen Paddy. Do you understand, after meeting Tom Starling at the back end of the year, the sort of personality he is, and
he had a career best year.
Yeah,
like, Ricky Stewart didn't know, like, because Starling he'd been around for a minute.
Yeah.
And then I think, coming off contract, or, he's playing for his livelihood here, and it showed what that kid's made of.
Yeah.
Fucking balls.
And just consistent.
Yeah, but he's been around for a minute, and then he's just sort of got his spot there, and he goes, all right, young kid, you're going to have to earn this.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Ricky thought he's going to be playing Starling, 60 minutes or anything like that. He would have thought 40-40, or maybe Owen Paddy taken over by over halfway, and Starling would run out of juice. But Starling got better.
He would have been telling Starling that too, I reckon.
Fucking oath.
I want to play this young kid. He would have been telling Paddy.
And that's the best. That's Ricky Stewart for you.
Yeah.
Ricky knows how to get the best out of those blokes, and he would have fucking lit a fire under fucking Starling's ass. He goes, we're going to get rid of you if you don't live up to your potential or have one of your best years, because Owen Paddy is ascending, and you've arrived, but you haven't reached your potential. Now, he was a top 5 half. He was a top 5 hooker last year.
Yeah, definitely top 5.
Yep.
Definitely. I'm just trying to see.
He's not a top. He's not. You got your Harry's
in terms of seasons.
Yeah, mate.
I'm trying to find a way to sneak him into the top 3.
Yeah, but just give him the top 5.
Brayley and Harry stand out as clear cuts 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else that?
No one. Cookie was Cookie's on the decline. Reid Marnie, he was on the decline for us.
Uppy wasn't unreal at the Tigers. He was good. Uppy, calm down.
The Penrith man, Kenny. Kenny does Kenny was
good.
So he just does shit. He's so consistent, that guy. The Roosters, no, you don't have a real mainstay 9. Like, he's a top 5 9. He's potential 3.
Yeah, on the season.
He could be on the podium.
On the season. Broncos, no one from the Broncos. Raiders, him. Bulldogs, Reedy, no, they got beaten out. Sharkies, Brayley, yes. 9, Jez was always injured. Donahue was in there. Titans, Seagulls, no. Storm, Harry, yes.
Yeah.
Wade Egan was injured. Knights, Cowboys. Reece Robson, he goes about his business. It's Robson and Mitch Kenny. Mitch Kenny had one of his better seasons, but because Panthers,
and he doesn't get the nod for the Blues jersey.
Yeah,
and he might this year because we lost.
Yeah. Mitch Kenny was awesome through that Origin period when all the fucking...
Mitch Kenny's been awesome for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And it'd be a shame if he doesn't get a rep jersey because I think that kid's built for Origin. He fucking whacks. He plays how... He's like... It would have been a situation there where we're all sitting around, like just say we're 3 selectors for New South Wales going, fuck, Robson or Kenny? Who we got? Cook's out. Cook's done his, had a great tenure for New South Wales, been absolutely outstanding. Who's our next man up? Like what would have been what separated Robson from Kenny? Because they're fucking very similar. Very similar. And it just would have been one person who just favoured Robson's something that he does in particular.
Yeah.
Maybe a kicking game. I don't know. I don't know. It would have been a toss of a coin for those two.
I do think Robson is a better version of Mitch Kenny, very similar players. I would have taken Robson. I would have had both. I've been screaming for 2 years now. I would have just done the straight swap.
Because Robson can drop back to lock.
Yeah, they both can play lock.
Yeah.
And just play. I'd play a more physical brand.
Play small ball.
I'd play a more physical style rather than, I love Connor Watson, but he brings a completely different dynamic. He's that.
Connor Watson's a runner.
Yeah. I tell you what, and I don't say this just because we've been talking about him, but he is the theme of the last couple of days after seeing him up. And I'm telling you, man, Kurt Donahue, 14 jersey for New South Wales.
You going to come out with it already?
Yep.
Yeah,
I would. But also, here's my thing, and I was messaging a few people on the Kurt Donahue post that we had as well. I don't think he's a lorry selection. I think Madge would pick him. And you know what? And I've said this before. I think people could, just because he's out of sight, out of mind with the Dolphins, because
I don't think he's out of sight anymore.
Yeah, I think I'm really high on the Dolphins. I think they send a statement early. I think people are talking about the Dolphins and more reps, and Katoa's applying pressure. Kurt Donahue's my smoky. Yeah. He's my smoky because he's the perfect bench player.
If he gets,
but he needs to be starting at the Dolphins.
I don't think anyone's going to be surprised if he's a 14. Because he can play multiple positions.
I think the average...
13, he can play 5'8", 7.
Yep.
He's a football player, mate.
Yep. I think the average fan, but diehard fans know who Kurt Donahue is now.
I think most people who are on an NRL roster know who Kurt Donahue is.
Agreed.
Don't run at that little fucker because he's going to bend you in half. You know what I mean? When he hit the scene, everyone was just like, yeah, we'll just run. Boom, Max Platt. Boom, Donahue. Boom, fucking Flegler.
Tom Gilbert.
Fucking Kafusi's coming at you.
The Juice. We didn't even mention.
They got hitters, man. They're a bunch of hitters, and they want to hit, and they fucking don't care about technique and shit. They fucking hit hard. I love the Dolphins,
and they're
back in the Dolphins. Dolphins in the 8.
I'm top 4, but you've got him. I convinced him into your 8.
Mate, they're definitely in my 8.
Yeah,
I just like the push for. I mean, look at them. They haven't made the 8, and they've got to pay $1.15 to make the 8. Come on, that's just stupid. That's just
how much were they?
What, $1.50? Were they?
No.
No, $3
to make the 8.
$3.75.
Yeah, hey.
And it was $3.50 top 4.
Okay, this is where you do your best work, Mace. Anyway. Tom Starling. How many seasons? How old is Tom Starling? Because you always get the age right.
I think he's about 29.
Ooh, close, 27, but turning 28 this year. How many seasons has Tom Starling played in the NRL?
At least 7.
8, going into his 9th season. But like to your point, because I started looking
last year,
because he's played a lot of games off the bench, right? 24, 23, 23, 26. He's been consistent for the Raiders. So
what was his club before that?
The Knights, 1 game.
Shit.
He's a Knights junior. He's a Central Coast boy.
Right.
Yeah, he grew up with Connor Watson and stuff like that. I remember him.
Huddy Young and all those.
Remember we were speaking to
same age, Huddy Young?
He'd be close. There? Yeah. He'd be close, yeah.
That little wild gang on the coast?
Yeah. So I'm
the Central Coast.
Yeah, they're the same age. They'll turn.
Yeah. So those boys would have been fucking.
He was Maitland though. Huddy Young's Maitland.
Is Huddy Young a Maitland boy?
According to Wiki,
you can tell the grub Greg Bird rubbed off on him.
What are they? The pumpkin pickers?
Pumpkin pickers, mate. But Birdie tries to claim Maitland, but he's Rutherford.
That's why they got such a good crew, because they got Strangey from the coast, and they got them.
Birdie's Rutherford.
In Canberra.
But then they all went back to Wyong and played in that that little catchment where, because Ogle was running the catchment on Wyong, and they were feeders to the Roosters and all that kind of club.
Yep.
So,
Can I ask you a question about the coast and Newcastle? Yeah. Does it feel like they are their own little gang, like they don't fit anywhere? They're not quite country. They're not full country.
We're on the beach.
But they hate city as well.
It's like Penrith on the beach. It's Penrith on the beach. Yeah. That's what the Central Coast is.
All those areas.
Same as fucking Toronto, same as all those places. Newcastle's a little bit more, you're just getting a little bit more bougie up there. down east, Newcastle East, down near Nobbies and all that sort of shit because all the unis moved down there. But the Central Coast, tough fucking humans, mate.
I've never heard of Newcastle described as bougie.
No, it's bougie. You ask anyone.
In comparison?
Fucking when I was there,
Yeah.
so they're built all the way down to the beach and everything like near the train station. That's all trams and all fucking little cafes and because they moved the uni back down there.
Yeah.
It's bougie. It's like fucking Newtown down there. Would have thought that.
Would it be fair to say that like Central Coast and Newcastle sort of like maybe stepbrothers?
Yeah, 100%. We used to go down there and we used to punch on when you from Central Coast boys all the time. It was fucking on. Down fucking Club Troppo. You fucking Toronto boys down to Club Troppo, just punching on.
I got into
back in the late 90s.
I got into massive scrap at this is before I played first grade.
It was wild, mate.
At Club Troppo.
Club Troppo, Gosford.
We got pumped. We come up from the west with me and my mates. We would have been like 18.
And they would know it too. They would go, fuck you, Sydney boys.
And
we're
there was
on.
about 5 of us and we got pumped.
Yeah,
we got all out by about 10 plus.
Yeah. I had the big Les with me, so I'm good. A couple of wild boys from Toronto West.
I mean, I didn't get pumped. My mates got pumped. But I held my own.
I remember getting fucking escorted out of fucking Club Troppo by fucking 2 big Usos and just said, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then we all got scrambled because it was a massive all-in brawl, right? And then just fucking bang straight out of there. Allegedly.
Part of the development.
Yeah, it's part of
growing up.
Part of the development growing up in Toronto
Before
West.
we were professional athletes.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kids doing stupid shit.
It was a year,
kids doing stupid
year
shit.
before I debuted.
But yeah, going back to the original question, and I want to give it its. I love Owen Paddy. I think we've been talking in terms like we talked about the hooker position and Tom Starling having a top 3 sort of top 5, definitely top 5 year. There hasn't really been a hooker emerge and that has star power since Harry.
No.
So I think Owen Paddy's the next closest.
Yep.
But that's all. It's all
How
up to
old's
Ricky.
Owen Paddy? He'd be 21?
Maybe turning 22 this year because he did a full year in New South Wales Cup.
22. He just turned 22 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Still young.
Huge
future.
Ashman, same area.
Huge. Oh, he's a Central
Him and Harry. No, him and Harry Grant.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
I know.
Yeah, they train together.
Similar. That's why, I mean, he's been copying the way that Harry Grant plays.
He's got his
I reckon.
mannerisms.
Yeah, same demeanour, like just cool and calm and collected.
I've got a backline option for the Storm while we're talking about Harry Grant. This one comes from Bodman from last episode. Don't rule out Moses Leo as a smoky for the right centre at the Storm this season. If he didn't get injured, he would have 100% been competing regularly with Meany for that position last season. So there you go. Maybe to my point where Meany starts off with fullback. If they make Sewer own it, we've got a right centre option. I remember watching him anyway. Well, I'll get back to the reply, sorry.
Yeah.
If not pushing him out, he's more dynamic as a player, has guile, power, and punishing hit. The big 3 wouldn't have told Belzer to put Leo in for the team for no reason. So going back to the Manly game, Craig Bellamy went to the players and said, I'm thinking about putting Moses Leo in before he got injured. And the players, all the big 3, they all spoke, yep, give him a crack. He's been doing well. So he's a person that we've sort of forgot about because he had a season-ending injury. He only played 2 games for Mace. He's a ex-rugby union player he was supposed to be the 2025 version of Will Warbrick, So, he's another player to look out for.
Pre-season. Did he get injured early?
About halfway through the year.
Yeah, mid-season. So what ACL or?
I think ACL. I think let's get it up.
I wouldn't be going. Moses Leo's going to have a breakout year this year, simply because it takes about 18 months to get back.
Shoulder fracture, 3 months out.
There you go. Fracture, does that change your mind in any way?
100%. His legs are there.
Yeah, sweet.
That's what I mean. ACL's, about 18 months to get back to like full tilt, but like shoulder, bang, he's straight back. He's going to have 12 months of rehab. He'll be done.
I remember the game he played against Manly.
Fractured shoulder. That's fucking, that's awful.
Because he was supposed to come back in round 17. I'm just looking at the Storm website.
Well, he'd be fucking primed for this year then.
Yeah, he did play in the Manly game. That was round 5, 48-24. They sent a little bit of traffic his way too to begin with, and then they fixed it up in the second half. I remember I was at that game.
Well, if he's a union convert and all he's going to do is get better and better and better, the more reps he's been taking with Belly and and the big three and everybody in there together. Because right now they're doing there's a lot of 13 on 13 with clubs now, like because they got through like a month. Now it's like fucking 3 weeks, mate, something like that.
Trials are next week.
They're gonna get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's the more 13 on 13. So Reggie's versus first grade, that'll be they'll be on, right? So I'm going to go tomorrow to Big Les is bringing his boys down.
Yep.
And they love the Bulldogs, you know.
And we've got to give everyone, while we're at that too, the Bulldogs. Unfortunately, we won't be able to go back to New Zealand with the Bulldogs commitments.
It sucks. Yeah, I've got some, with the development there, got the trials and a bit of a, just some important stuff that I can't really get out of, you know. I mean, I've got a fucking sweet deal at the Dogs. I do a bit, but like there's some things that I have to turn up to.
Yeah,
so I can't get out of this.
We'll keep an eye on the calendar first.
If I can try to get out of it, I will. But if not, like, you know, I had a chat with Gus and he just like, you know, if it's not a fucking sweet go, it's like a you better.
Okay.
I want you to turn up.
Yep,
so
that's all good.
Anyway, Les is bringing his boys down today, and like because they're real footy heads, they're 9 and 8, and they go, they said to Dad, Uncle Les, you know, my brother, I'd love to go down and watch like the Bulldogs train. And I already had that. Les and I already had the conversation. I said,
you were going anyway.
I said, come down on Thursday night. So Les is going to come down tonight. We'll cook a mad feed, whatever. And I said, we'll go. And I rang Ciro. I said, because not many people can watch training. Like no one could just turn up. I said, Ciro, what sort of training session? Bring my boys and my brother's boys and just watch. He goes, come on Friday. He goes, 13 on 13. It'll be fucking intense.
Yep.
And I want to show like the boys how intense it fucking is. I said, I don't give a fuck if they're 9 years old. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You get privy to watch these fucking men go at it. I said, this is the level that is the top level. They love Critter. They love all the boys. Just looking at Critter, he looks like a fucking Adonis. Do you know what I mean? Leo Thompson.
His biceps.
You would see it. Kempy posted a picture of him. He's fucking getting...
See how Sonny Bill's built, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, it's like a fucking, and a great human. And you just look at these boys. So right now, everyone in preseason is fucking at their peak.
Yeah, but he's a different...
Yeah, but his peak is fucking... He's just a beautiful man to look at. You know what I mean? Like, you just fucking... You know, when you look... I remember I interviewed Usain Bolt, about 2017. And you know when you see like a fucking beautiful, beautiful racehorse?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying like a racehorse. And I'm like,
I know where you're going.
I'm looking at the legs and you're looking at you're like fucking 6'5". The legs are like a fucking, when you see a beautiful horse, I'm just like, it look like a horse. That's the only sort of analogy I can come up with.
The mounting yard.
Yeah, and I'm just like watching him walk. He's doing fucking hundreds, just rolling through, doing about 10-8 or something like that. And then he come over and he's I'm too hard, man, and just fucking laid under the fucking desk. Laid under the desk. He just come back from Rio, right?
Peak,
yeah. No, Rio, 2016. What was that?
Yeah, that was
Rio. Anyway, yeah. Pete hadn't stopped fucking partying. And he come over here to do the Melbourne Grand Prix. And then he just like peeled off a couple of times for the cameras. As soon as the cameras left, fucking straight on the table. He just showed him how quick he was. He was running 10-8s and shit like that. Jogging. Come over, I'm too hard, man. Said they got massaged and the whole thing. You know, just watching him getting massaged. Look at his fucking legs. That's what Critter looks like.
So your comp for Critter is peak Usain Bolt.
That's what I'm looking at. The legs.
That's a huge rap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like that's the same sort of the body, the skinny waist, the fucking big V, the fucking legs. You know, like yes, Critter's like 6'4". That's Usain Bolt 6'6", right? And he's obviously built for. Obviously, Usain's fucking a little bit better, but like just the same sort of fucking demeanor, right? They fucking walk around like these, you know, like Sonny Bill had that build. Like he's a fucking athlete. You heard who was the coach for the All Blacks when Sonny was playing?
Oh, fuck.
He fucking had a thing on YouTube. They said, who's the best athlete you've ever trained? He goes, Sonny Bill.
Yeah, athlete,
and just like fucking no one.
Steve Hansen?
Yeah, Hansen. So Hansen, because Hansen was doing stuff with the Bulldogs as well. Steve Hansen was doing stuff with the Bulldogs as well. I saw him like a couple of years ago when Trent Barrett was there.
Steve Hansen.
So Hansen said, who's the best fucking athlete he's ever seen or coached? Sonny Bill.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck me, that's a massive rap.
After the Bulldogs game that he missed in the semi-final, I went down on the field to interview a couple of the Panthers players, and Critter, just before I interviewed Bizza, Critter went up to Bizza, and you went, like, as soon as I see, because they got blown out in that game.
Yeah.
And when I'll let them have, obviously let them have their chat before I grab Bizza, and just his presence
Yeah.
And straight away I went, fuck, they missed him heavily in this game.
23 years old. 23 years old. That's what you got to understand. He's captain of a blue chip club that's been 91 years old. He's a captain already.
Yeah.
Right? And it says a lot. So
25 now. He's 25 now.
is he 25? 24?
He's like
so we signed him at 22, didn't we?
Born in 2000.
It's like, when Jason Tatum was always 19 for years. There's like that running
He's
joke
still
in the NBA.
he's still 21 in my eyes. I don't give a fuck. Yes, he's still a young
body
buck.
will be
Well,
like that
and
for
I'm just
ages.
saying, my little boys and my nephew, my boy and nephews, they just love, like, because he looks like a fucking Adonis, right? And then Leo Thompson looks like a fucking animal.
Yeah.
Right? God damn it. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at him like they're
When is it to us? You
wanna come?
I'd love to come.
come tomorrow.
Can I
Fucking
message you, right?
9:30.
Yeah, I want to come watch him.
Come fucking watch.
Yeah.
We'll watch.
Because Donahue got me fired up, right? When he was telling me about how much he was enjoying bashing each other.
Fuck, mate.
I was like,
this is it. Oh, they're going
I
at
need to
it.
see some of that shit.
They're going at it, mate. It's a closed off session.
Yeah.
But fucking Hot Zero wouldn't mind.
All right,
Yeah, just
sweet.
fucking
Text him.
13 on 13, and there's fucking, and this is where the iron sharpens iron, right? So you pick your best 13 and just say, when you're not in the starting 13, and there's about 8 people going for the 4 benches. You watch them fuckers go at it.
Yeah,
That's what I love.
Yeah.
And you got to who's our alpha? Is it Max King? Is it fucking Leo? Right? It's like, and Max is like, I'm a fucking Origin player. I'm a starting Origin player. Leo's like, I'm one of the best props in the game. Who's the fucking dude? Right? And I want to see that. They won't go at it because I'll be in the same team. I want to see some combination. I want to see some fucking proper hits.
They're going to work well together.
Yeah, they'll work really well. But fucking how Leo Thompson is looking right now, that's your prototype front row.
I need to figure out if I'm going to put the Dogs in my top 8. So I need to come see a training
Come see it, mate.
because the Dolphins are in after the Donahue
Just the
start.
intensity that I just love watching the intensity. Like when they play 13 on 13, it's like a game.
Yeah.
Like they're prepping for a game. They've fucking got the jerseys on and shit like that. It's fucking proper strapped. Everything's going.
You're not going to take off and go on the field, are you, or anything, do you?
Oh, I'm playing. I'll kick off.
just sitting there.
No,
me and Les's kids are sitting in
No, we'll just be sitting. I'll be
Les will be there.
I'll be rolling around. Les will be there. The boys will be there. I'm just fucking, it'll be, they have a barbecue on that afternoon. But if you want to come, fucking let's go.
Yeah, I might do.
I was going to keep this one for the group chat, but next episode is our season preview.
Yeah.
Should we throw in like an Origin predictions or way too early in that show? Because
Never
we've
too
sort of
early
been
for us.
talking
Never
about
too early.
Yeah, well,
I'm never changing my mind.
we'll figure out. Yeah, we can maybe do some.
Or maybe an
version of
Origin Smokies,
Smoky,
something like that.
my Kurt Donahue take,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But also,
Yeah, I like that.
way too early Wally Lewis medal winner too.
Yeah.
Because the injuries and shit like, but the Smokies are good.
Smoky's good.
I like the Donahue Smoky.
Yeah.
I like that.
Just got a quick question about the legacy guys in the Nines. Quick recap of that as well. Andrew Webster.
Rennie still can't walk, sorry.
I know. He hasn't turned up to training
He
yet.
has to get an MRI. I spoke to him yesterday. He's getting an MRI. I said, I was down at the fucking Elite Wellness just doing some fucking sauna and shit like yesterday. I said, come down here. He goes, no, I got to get an MRI. I said, you're fucked.
So the boys, when we train in the garage at our gym, Mondays and Thursdays are just strength in the morning. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are cardio. I try to do one strength and one cardio at least per week. And strength, it's easy. Like did it this morning. You just push as much weight.
I got through one of those strength sessions.
Yeah. Anyway, so
You'd dust Rennie up, I reckon.
right now you might. So Rennie.
Single leg squats.
But I said the same thing because last year when I played in and I injured myself, I don't think I turned up until like the Thursday, and then I had to just do the bike for like 2 weeks because I couldn't train.
Because he was in good nick, Ren.
Yeah,
Because Ren goes, I was so fit. I said, not footy fit.
Yeah.
Like you look good. Like that's
Contact
it. It's a different. You're not contact fit. Like you're not like we're pussies now. You fucking punch me in the arm, I'll cry. You know what I mean? Like, but he's like that. He goes, I felt fit. I said, you are fit, but you're not footy fit. Hey, when's the last? He's like, I wanted to come off my right foot. My brain was saying do it, but the body wouldn't do it. So the body was about 2 seconds after. He'd go, come off your right, and then he just would. Everything's just. If you're not fucking training at that, if you're not playing Oztag, if you're not playing touch, if you're not doing something sort of where you can fucking hands it on the ball all the time and just go rolling into that shit, you're fucked.
You don't feel like you haven't played. You don't know how to play footy for the first game.
It's like you've forgotten everything.
You've forgotten everything.
Yeah.
Your motor skills just don't work, and
it's like because just say if you've been constantly just touching a football all the time, and I think just say with me being at at training twice a week.
That's plenty.
With the ball all the time, passing with the younger players and all that kind of stuff, and doing some drills and running lines and showing them how to do that sort of stuff. I don't think it would have been that far away from me.
Yeah.
I still would never play. But I mean, like, if you don't touch the ball for fucking a year, mate, you look at it and you fucking won't be able to catch it.
Yeah, even the rotation of the ball. And like I was just coaching, the ball would hit the ground. And I thought you normally just scoop it up, but you're not used to just getting down and scooping it up again and bouncing and going away. And
Ren's a mad skillful player too.
Yeah.
He would have hated it. Like, he would have thought he could just get on a mad outball right palm, fucking roll down the left side of the field. He's like, my body wouldn't do it.
So Andrew Webster was asking about Legacy. Legacy is Alex Glenn's team. I see that their team the past few years has been stacked, but they haven't won yet. Is it because they didn't have King Normie? So Corey Norman didn't play this year. He's done too. He's ready. He's kicking the feet up. He's only.
But he carved in that. He's just a natural footballer.
Yeah, but he's done as well. I'm too old.
Did Mango play?
No, he didn't play this year.
Good. He
Mango
finally must be hanging the boots up. No, he never would.
But Alex Glenn's team, so he rocked up. As you know, Mace,
they looked scary 3 years ago.
18 players in a team. Lexi had 15 on day one. So 3 people pulled out on him the morning of the tournament.
No.
They were asking around for people with boots, and everyone was like, no, it's too tough. But then he got a couple of recruits but they went all the way through. So with 15 players, they got through to
how many
day
people
two.
how many people do the teams have? 20?
4, I think. Is it 4 fours?
16?
I think it's 16. Yeah, 16 teams. And
okay.
So yeah, tough. But yeah, it is 4 blocks of 4. That's how it breaks down. But yeah, they did well. So the last couple of years, they've been one of the favourites because they've been stacked, but they were down on numbers. And Alex Glenn, Geordie Kahu, Gerard Beale, Adam Blair. Blairy's still doing the dance.
Yeah.
Blairy still looks fit, man. Blairy would be 42. Sammy P, he said to say hi.
Sammy P was that? What's up? Sammy P be hard. He'd be mucking around, Sammy, because he'd be too hard to tackle.
Sammy is in pristine condition.
Yeah,
he's always
fit.
Yeah.
And he does all that CrossFit and shit like that. He's a machine.
Yes.
And I reckon he'd be mucking around and he'd submit in tackles and that because he's smart. Right?
Yeah.
If he wanted to go full tilt, he's going all the way.
Those boys did well. So that was their team.
Sammy P, I love
it's good,
Sammy
mate.
P.
It's such a good weekend running into everyone up there. I love it. Here's a Roosters tinfoil hat. And I haven't told you this one, Mace, but I just want to hit you with this one nice and fresh because I don't agree with it, but I just, you get a good tinfoil hat and you're like, all right, there's a little bit something in there. Question for Thursday's pod, tinfoil hat. If you think the Roosters have managed to come up with a genius way to rort the cap. They sign guys on unders for 2 years deals, then let them have a rugby sabbatical for 2 years to get their market value, plus some rugby extras. Then they are able to bring them back to the club on deals that are club friendly. No hate. Well, maybe a fair bit, but it just shows how well the successful clubs are run compared to the teams constantly trying to get off the bottom of the ladder.
They've only done it with Suoliti, haven't they? They did it with Sonny
They haven't
Bill.
even done it with anyone. Sonny
I think they're going off the Sonny Bill when Sonny Bill
But this bit matters.
13.
The last bit matters. Look, Titans fan, by the way, tough carries for life. So here's my thing with this.
Juggernauts.
I love the reason I put the comment in, and this is. I think all in a way, there is not a level of hate, but, a little bit of jealousy towards how well the Roosters are run. But that's a big part of it.
Shit, mate.
Just because, look, they're in the facilities. They see rugby union all the time. And they...
it's business, mate.
It's a business, but also, if you do a good job with players, and this is what the Roosters do, it's about setting yourself up life after football, keeping relationships. And because the clubs run so well... those players naturally want to come back. Yeah. It's not about any cap situation or anything like that, because they are I was speaking to Ches about it the other day. We won't give away too much, but he's just talking about the level of professionalism, Mason. You'll know this at the Roosters from top to bottom.
Yep.
He's just been blown away, and it wasn't a stab at
No. I come from a great fucking organisation with the Bulldogs, but by the end of my tenure there, it's a fucking shit show with the boards and everything like that. And you go to the Roosters and you're just like, this is a different level of fucking...
We'll explain that. There's zero uncertainty because Nick's the guy,
mate. And you just deal with one board. You don't have to just say with the Bulldogs back then, it was you had Malcolm Node, it was the CEO, everyone fucking hated him. You know what I mean? you know, they were trying to get rid of the coach. They were trying to sack here, and there's 2 different boards, and it was just a real shit show. And they were trying to sack players, and we didn't know where it was coming from with the different board. You know, a board would come to me, and then another one would go to Rennie and promise them this and that. It was really all over the shop. Like, we want to sack fucking Folksy, we want to sack Malcolm Node. Say something here, we'll give you this, we'll give you X, Y, and Z. And I was the main guy involved in it, right? And a couple other players, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing this for? You know what I mean? Like, they wanted to get a couple. Why
am I part of this circle?
Why am I part of this circle? You know, it was obviously because I was one of the main players and everything like that. But like, it was really bad. Now it's at its peak.
Well, because there's, again, going back to the Nick thing on the Roosters side, now everyone knows. There's no indecision. It's Gus.
No indecision. It's Gus. And you got a great board. You got a young board, and you've got a great CEO, a great 2IC. They're just fucking good people. They've got really good people, smart people in and around the club. And that's what the Roosters are. And Gus was at the Roosters for years, mate. You know? And Nick rules that club, mate. You deal with Nick, and that's it. He deals with Nick, and then everything else takes care of itself. He gets people doing this, and this. All you got to do is play footy.
Well, let's get to them. Let's talk about the Roosters playing footy.
And even when I left the club, it was a deal between me and Nick. Because when Brian Smith came, I said, we're not getting along. Like,
it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. And we both shook hands. I said, I won't cause any drama. I said, I'll just leave because I don't want any bad blood with Nick. I don't give a fuck about Brian Smith. And Brian Smith was like sort of semi-nice, but I knew it was a bit fake, right?
So did you not start with Brian Smith at all, do any training?
No.
You just as soon as you found out, I'm done.
I found out, and I spoke to Nick, and I said, look, this won't work. And I said, I know for a fact that he would be that sort of bloke that would have played him in reserve grade. Like, fuck, no way. You know what I mean? Like, and I said, I'll walk.
He did it at Bedsy, didn't he? What did he do at Bedsy?
Yeah, fucking mate. He's
bench Bedsy or?
Yeah, he does some real shitty things, but
something like that.
I don't hate Brian Smith, but I know, like, you know, just how the Bulldogs and Para during those 2000s, like early. I used to hammer Brian Smith all the time, and his forward packs and fucking everything. I just didn't, Oh, and I was the one just like, oh, what are you going to do? Fuck, I never rated him or anything like that, and just it was. I remember, and even one time I remember played City Country, right, 2003. He was the coach, so this is when everybody played. Like Joey was playing, Trent Barrett, so all the people that were in Origin and everything. It was a fucking stacked City Country.
Yeah,
didn't say one word to me, one word. Like, not welcome to the team, not like, so he was the coach, Brian Smith, He didn't even say.
Were you City?
I was country.
Oh, yeah.
I'm country boy.
I thought Newcastle and Central
No.
Coast
That's country. Yeah, so I have like 5 caps for country, mate.
Yeah. That was proper then.
Not a word. At training, nothing. Just like, not like fucking, hey, well, congratulations, anything like that. I was just like, fuck, this guy hates me with a passion. And then when he got to the Roosters, no hard feelings against him. That was just the way he feels. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm not going to cop that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not going to be at a club miserable.
Yeah, fast forward 5 or 6 years.
See you later.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to hold any grudge. I see Brian Smith now, shake his hand.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's all good. But like, you know, I'm not going to shave this. I'm not going to stay at a club where I'm not wanted from the coach. Nick wants me, but I'm like, I'm not going to put Nick in that position to make it hardcore. I said, look, just let me out.
Yeah.
And pay him a fucking full contract. That's it. And that was it. But I still have a great relationship with most of the board and Nick.
Yep.
So like, you just, you know, they're just, and you know, life after football, that's all comes into fucking fruition. It's all, you know, just being a good person and not being a fuckwit. I could have been a fuckwit, stood my ground, said, I'm coming here, I'm staying here, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no.
Was Burris involved back then?
Burris was there,
I know you did
still
the potty
fucking
with
good
him.
friends with Burris and like, and Nick and Mark Fennessy and all these big dogs that matter. You know, so it's like, sometimes you just got to cut your losses and go, I ain't going to win this fight. I'll pick my battles. You don't fucking. I mean, you can't beat those guys.
Yeah,
yeah, you can't beat a coach like that who's got full power, right? Nick's the fucking guy who engineers everything, and I'm like, fuck, let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's get to the Roosters this year then. This message comes from Josh Pryor. Good to have you boys back. I've been scraping hard for some rugby league content, and the pod is, of course, second to none. I've seen a bit of chat about Reece Robson, that he won't be a good signing for the Roosters because of the spine. Too many chefs in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. Firstly, I don't see that issue with Grant at Melbourne. Secondly, the Roosters have been missing solid, reliable service and gritty defence at 9 since Nug retired. He's talking about Jake Friend, obviously. Ches and Semi both love playing deep into the line. Teddy's support play is second to none. East also love playing the power game through the middle, and I can see Robson taking an already elite pack to another level. Might just be the signing of the year for mine, and I can see my Roosters going all the way and getting the chocolates.
Fucking good, Tom. That's good because if you have a look at how Jake Friend played, very similar to Reece Robson. Great defender, just a little hustler, lays balls from
laser.
Left to right to left. And they have missed that. When Connor Watson's come in and Cheese has come in, Cheese is more of a runner. You know what I mean? So it's like you get a genuine 9 in that club.
Yeah.
Your forward pack can match anyone.
Yeah.
The outside backs can match anyone. You got Ches in there to fucking run the ship. Sammy Walker, you know what I mean? They've got a lot of fucking tools there. Teddy's playing lights out. They're gonna be there. Thereabouts, mate. They don't really have these years off.
I
thought last year would have been the year off. And they still made the 8.
Yeah, they still come home strong.
Fucking come, and that was the Lippmann's test for our boy Robbo. Lippmann's.
We've been through this before.
Lippmann's. Yeah.
Right, let's move on.
We left that in 25.
Yeah.
Hey.
Lippmann's.
Reece Robson was my top 3. Did we do top 3 or top 5 signings in the first episode? So if you missed that, I am so high on Reece Robson. I couldn't disagree with more chefs in the kitchen more, because Reece Robson is the perfect complement for the Roosters. We had the issue a couple of years ago when Cheese arrived, but Cheese is a way different 9. Cheese loves to run.
Quick play the ball, he runs.
And during that time, Victor Radley was in the middle and ball playing a lot more. And then they also had Joseph Manu out in the right centre who needed more ball. So there was Tedesco, Joey Manu, Sam Walker, I think Luke Keary was there at the time.
3 years ago.
Cheese. And there was 6 or 7 guys that wanted to run the show. The hardest acclimation. Jared. Jared.
Yeah, get the ball whenever he wants.
More so like the ball play. Yeah, exactly.
But he gets the ball.
Close to line if he wants it, he gets it. Yeah. With this, the hardest acclimation is going to be Ches with Sammy Walker, right? That's going to be the combination that's going to take a couple of weeks. I'm so intrigued to see what their first month of footy looks like, because Ches is obviously an elite player and he can still play at a really high level. The pressure for Cherry is going to be on right from the start, right? Because there are Roosters fans that are on the fence about it's almost a 50-50 split. There are some that can see the vision, or maybe we're one premier playmaker away, but there's a whole bunch of Roosters fans that weren't happy about the signing, wanted to keep Hugo Savala. I thought he complemented Sam Walker better. So I reckon Robson's going to be awesome for him. It allows Connor Watson to go back to 14/13 hybrid role. And Robson has never overdone his hand. So he's definitely not a chef in the kitchen that you have to worry about. He's going to give good service, like you said. He's going to, like Josh is saying, he's going to have great line speed. He's going to try to bash people through the middle. Like Reece Robson can affect the game. He can be attacking and get out off a quick play the ball if needed. But for the most part, Reece Robson wants to make 40 to 50 tackles. 30, 35 of them are going to hurt. They're not like your normal hooker who are spot players. So I'm super high on the Robson signing. I think it's going to be harder for Ches, to be honest.
I like how Robson is a genuine 9.
Yes.
So he's always going to hit his middle.
Cheese was a hybrid.
Yeah. So Cheese, quick play the ball. Cheese thinks run. Quick play the ball. Connor Watson thinks run. Quick play the ball, Reece Robson. He'll come out, grab markers. Spencer Leniu, he'll be hitting Spencer Leniu.
Yep.
He'll be hitting Lindsay Collins. He'll be hitting Nafahu White. All these guys have a quick play the ball. He'll be more forward thinking first. That's what a genuine 9 does.
Yep.
Doesn't go out the back to the 7s all the time and DCE. He'll go to those guys because he's got great vision. If a 3-man comes in, all that kind of stuff, he'll come out, bang, and he'll fucking hit a big laser and he'll hit DCE. He can count numbers. If it's 5-5, it's a 6-4, 7-3, all that sort of shit. And he'll go to the fucking the hot hand. And he'll go to the one with the numbers. He's a smart, genuine 9. That's what they do. That's why he plays for New South Wales.
Yep.
You know, he's been doing that for years now. And he's honed his crafting so well. So now he'll fit that system so good, because he's similar to a Jake Friend. So I think he's going to be a fucking star.
Yeah.
And unsung hero, because it's like he don't want the accolades. You fuck.
You're right. That's a good point.
Doesn't care.
He, how many times when you watched the Cowboys play over the last couple of years, where you talk about in big games and big wins that they've had. It's obviously Tommy Dearden, because Tommy Dearden, you can't help but see the effort, and it's more noticeable because Tommy comes up with big plays defensively, try savers, also like show and goes where he makes 30, 40-metre breaks. And obviously Drinky, because he's the big play guy over the top. But yeah, Reece Robson, I'm like, again, Harry won. I keep saying this. Harry won. For me, clear cut, but distant second, Reece Robson. And then I think there's distant third, and there's a whole bunch of guys that can mix around in third and interchangeable in third, fourth, and fifth. So
he doesn't stop, mate. He plays 80 minutes in Origin, mate.
Yeah. There was an Origin game that they lost. I think it was his first Origin. Yeah, I think the first Origin game was when Suaalii got.
Yeah.
And
he
was close to man of the match.
mate.
He was close to the man of the match for me for New South Wales.
He's a fucking goal, mate. He's an unsung hero who just gets the job done.
Yep. So I think he is going to seamlessly fit into the Roosters. They've got no issues at all. They're high on the Roosters this year. This price is almost halved from last year, because I seen this just before we started, because there are a lot of doubts going in with all the players that have moved on from the Roosters last year. But they are back into contention. They're $1.40 to make the top 8, the Roosters, $2.40 to make the top 4, to win the minor premiership, $8, and to win the grand final, which I think puts them third. Yes, $7. Big gains. Daly Cherry Evans and Reece Robson. Highlighted, obviously, with Daly Cherry Evans and Reece Robson, but a couple of sneaky good signings in Cody Ramsey. He's one of the feel-good stories of the NRL in the last couple of years. Getting back to playing. I'd love to see him play first grade again. That'd be awesome. And Tommy Talau, I was so surprised.
What the fuck?
Manly didn't give him more opportunities, and I reckon he'll be a great swingman and get
Left, he can play right centre.
I wouldn't be surprised
wing,
if he just continues
left
to apply
wing.
pressure and gets a spot as the season goes on as well. They lost Cheese to Rabbitohs halfway through last season. Sandon Smith to the Knights. Zach Docker-Clay and Ethan King, Cowboys. That's incorrect. Zach is at Manly. Ethan Roberts to West Tigers. And Xavier Va'a, he was released. But with all that talk around Ches and Reece Robson, and we mentioned Teddy a little bit, your main man is still going to be wearing the number 7 too, by the way.
7, yeah. Sam Walker.
Yeah.
It has to be. It's his turn to grab that Origin jersey. And like he's been around for a while, right? This is what, 4th, 5th year in the game?
Yep.
I'll go 4th year. It's time for him to...
I'll say 5.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute. A couple of injuries derailed his sort of his trajectory to
This
try
is his
and...
6th season starting this year.
So I need to see some fucking massive growth. It's his team, right? You know, DCE could have come over there and said, I want to play 7. And maybe they would have thought about it. But obviously, look, the growth and the maturation process with Sam Walker is for him to be 7, because he's going to be 7 at that club for another 5 to fucking 7 years, right? Depending on him. I need to see a couple of rep jerseys in that cupboard.
Yeah.
You know, like
He's got that talent.
He's got that talent. He's been earmarked since he was fucking 10 years old to be that next kid up.
It's hotly contested now.
It's highly contested now because Tom Dearden is the guy. And they would have thought Sam Walker would have jumped him. You know, DCE's let that go. Ben Hunt's let that go. So you look at the halves, you got
Ezra.
Munster, Ezra Mann, Tommy Dearden. They're the 3.
They're the 3.
Right? So Sam Walker's got to fucking just have that team around, like everything built around him.
Yeah.
And he's got the kicking game. He's got that X factor. He's going to probably be about 2 or 3 kilos heavier.
Yep.
You know, his defense needs to pick up little things like that and stay uninjured.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's just derailed him a couple of times. And,
ACL in 24, which led to him starting slow and coming back halfway through the season in 25.
This is the year.
You always say 18 months.
This is the year. He's a full preseason. He would have got to put on some weight. His legs would be strong. His defense would be a lot better. You know, so I think this is the year where Sam Walker just fucking shows everyone who he is.
How about this, mate? So I've gone into Rugby League Project. Just
6th year in the game?
6 years starting year 6. Yeah.
What's he played 100 games? Surely.
86.
So it's a bit of a...
What about this?
Disrupted.
What about this? So, and we talked about him. I remember we talked about our favourite goal kickers. And like I didn't have Sam Walker nowhere near top. So
was he 90?
In 2021, he kicked 54%. Then he dramatically got better in 22, but 23 were the same, 77 and 76. In 24, he kicked 82, and last year he kicked 39 from 42, 92%.
What an improvement.
How good's that?
Yeah, I really need to see him come up. I really need to see him just arrive. He hasn't had that year where he's arrived. You know, he shows glimpses of like greatness, like guys like Joey and that. They love him. Love the way he plays. He plays off the cuff.
Instinctual.
You know, but sometimes you got to play like a little bit like Cooper Cronk sometimes. Then have that Joey and JT in your back pocket. You know what I mean? So it's like it's very
Who's with him now? Who's their assistant? Who took over from Holbrook? I'm just
I know
trying to
Matty
think.
King's there.
There was a name that I really liked that was that the Roosters picked up. Have a look at their coaching staff. Oh, they picked up Michael Checker, didn't they?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, he's
Check's not going to teach him how to play halfback.
I think no, not halfback, but I just thought Sammy would be the sort of guy.
Leadership.
Sammy would be the sort of guy that would love, or without even knowing him, I feel like he'd be the sort of guy that if Checker goes, oh, we do sprinkle a little bit of this in Union. Like, what do you think of this?
I think Check's perfect for that.
I think he might be
Man.
the sort of guy that would really resonate.
Because what else can Check do? Like they reckon he's one of the best, smartest like fucking brains in the game, union wise. But surely like he can adapt to rugby league, easily because he loves league. He understands the game better than anyone.
Coach Lebanon?
Yeah, coach the Lebanese team. Yeah, that's more of a
Passion project.
yeah.
Watch that cable still.
Check's he'd be good for him.
Check on that cable.
Check it.
But that's my key storyline as well. It's the acclamation of Ches and Sammy.
And how do they play? And you know, does Sammy just like roam around and then DCE just, you know, does he stick on the right? Because DCE's used to fucking playing everywhere, mate. He goes short sides, he goes open, he goes left, right, everywhere.
Did Sammy end up on the Yeah, Sammy was on the right. I wonder
Sammy
if
loves
played
left
right or
too.
left. Yeah. He started off left, then they moved him to the right for Raids to look after him when Raids was playing right edge back row, remember?
So it'd be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And Hugo Savala, where was he last
So what's
year?
Hugo? I think Hugo just waits in the wings,
Yeah.
probably puts on a little bit more size. So I think they're looking at him like a lock.
Well, he's re-signed for another 2 or 3 years.
He ended up being a really good defender by the end of the year.
Yeah.
One day a week at the Roosters is Luke Keary now.
Oh, yeah, I've seen Kez. Yeah, Kez is back. So yeah, Kez will be good. He'll know Sammy inside out. Ches is
Different perspective now, Kiri.
yeah.
As a coach, looking at him and see how he can improve.
I would say, and this isn't a knock on Kiri as well, but Ches has worked with so many different, had so many different partnerships over the years that's going to serve him well.
Fucking 10, I reckon.
Mate, it's like obviously begins with Foz, had Schuster for a little bit, had Blake Green for a little bit, had Dylan Walker at times. I'm probably forgetting someone else that people were screaming out for. Then played Origin with Money, the big personalities. When Kez, he was at the Roosters, he was at the Rabbitohs with Wren, and then did he get Pearcey for a couple of years, and then it was Cooper Cronk.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And then Sam Walker. So he's had pretty solid options, all the way through. So yeah, let's get to the Rabbitohs then.
Yes.
And this one, I had so many good questions. Our one from day one, Jimmy Reid had a good question as well. But this episode had a number of good questions from all the teams. So this one comes from Jacola Wyman. From a Bunnies fan, I'd love to see where you boys stand on our halves pairing and what you think is the best pairing. Personally, I think Cody at 6, Jamie Humphries at 7, but there's a lot of chat around Jonah Glover, and he could be the potential 7. Don't know much about him. Would love to hear it, lads. So Jonah Glover played New South Wales Cup at the Dragons for the last couple of years, mate. Yeah. He's 22, 23. Apparently, the frustrations in and around Dragons fans last year that both him and Lockie Ilias were doing really well in New South Wales Cup and just didn't get a look in. But apparently there is a real player in Jonah Glover. I like Jamie Humphries, and also Ashton Ward played about a half a dozen games at the back end of last year as well, and is another option. And then you throw in, what you want to do with the outside backs. Could there be a Cody Walker, Trell Mitt, 7 and 6? Like that's another option. Where do you think their best 7 and 6 is?
Cody Walker needs to play 6, and they just need to figure out the 7.
Okay, I agree.
Easily,
I agree.
You can't fuck around with Cody Walker.
Yeah,
he needs to be. He needs to play that left edge and just and run it with Dave Fafita and Latrell and those blokes out the back. Jai Gray, Humphries.
These whispers are they're normally whenever we get whispers like this about teams, it's like people were at training and seeing that someone's mixing in a little bit more.
And this is a thing where They haven't got a lock 7, right?
No.
No one. So they've got about 3 or 4 taking first reps all the time. Different reps all the time.
I reckon all three of these guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it'll be all 3 and see who plays and then see who trials the best. Because Humphries ain't a lock.
Exactly right. I love Jamie Humphries, but Wayne showed last year he was putting him on the bench when other people would come on. So he was playing Ashton Ward and Cody Walker was on the bench. Jamie Humphries would start on the left and then they'd push him in the middle. So Jamie Humphries could be pushed to 14.
Could play lock.
Yeah.
He's
Cam
built.
Murray.
He's
Yeah.
stacked.
Yeah. I would go Jamie Humphries.
I would go Humphries because he's a bigger body. He can defend really well.
Kicks long.
Kicks really good. He's a competitor, and just let him take most of the reps, and these other guys can just push for their spot during the year. But at the moment now, Wayne don't fuck around like that. He's not going to be sitting there right now going, "Who's my 7?" He's going to be. He would know who his 7 is.
Yeah.
Hopefully, his Humphries trial's good. These other guys will get a fair shake in the trials. Get the last couple of quarters here and there. But he knows Humphries is his guy.
Fuck, that Ashton Ward played well last year at the back end of the season. He's just so light.
The little fella.
He's just so light.
He's so fucking tiny, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a competitor, but
He did play 6 games.
he is tiny.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to be learning.
He's so smart.
And that's an XSS.
Yeah. So he turns in 10 days he's 22.
Yeah. He's got talent. I just think, it is a big man's game. And I just, if you could put on 5 kilos or something like that.
Do you know the thing that I worried about with the Rabbitohs last year? And for 3 of these guys, and this is where it might go against Ashton Ward, they had 3 guys that are tiny for their positions. Dry Gray at fullback, Peter Mamazolos at hooker, and Ashton Ward at 7. All 3. I don't think you can carry all 3 of those guys.
No, you can't.
They're all goers.
No.
They're all tough as hell, but you can't have
They
3
only
small
play
bodies.
because of injury.
Yeah.
Ashton Ward only played because of injury. And Jai Gray forced himself into that team.
It looks like Jai Gray's a lock.
He's going to have to be fullback, and then you got Latrell on that left centre, and I think Latrell will carve up. Cody Walker stays fit. You got Dave Fafita there. You got Jack White and
Did you see the pictures of Dave Fafita? He's looking
looks like
fucking cherry ripe.
fucking beast.
He's looking awesome. All right, let's get to the odds for Rabbitohs. We'll come back to that because I got some chat around Fafita and Latrell as well a little bit later on. For the Rabbitohs to make the top 8, they are $1.90. To make the top 4, they're $4. To win the minor premiership, 17s, and to win the grand final, 19. So their gains are Moala, Graham Tafa. I like him too. He only played a game or 2 for the Warriors. I think there's a real play in him. Bronson Garlick's going to be Mr. Fix-It off the bench for him. That's a good pickup. Jonah Glover from the Dragons. Ed Cossey for the Warriors. Latrell Seagwalt. He's from South Logan. John Riddell from Mackay Cutters. David Fafita from the Titans. Adam Elliott is there as well.
Goodbye, Adam Elliott.
That's a good pickup. And he was on the market for a while, so I reckon they would have got him real cheap. Davey Mwale is off to the Storm. Hazen Mallas Warriors. Michaeli Ravalawa, Super League Cass. Ben Lovett, he's medically retired. Jacob Host released. Saliva Havili, London Broncos. Shaq Mitchell released. Fletch Myers released. Jerome Burns medically retired. Far out. Josh Schuster released. Lewis Dodd released. He's at the Catalan Dragons. Your main man, we've talked a lot about the halves already. You want him in the 6, but your main man?
I got him. Cody Walker. I think his role this year, I hope to God he stays fit, but that left edge could be as dynamic as it was a couple of years ago. With you got Humphries at 7, you can have him at have 6. I can just imagine like Dave Fafita and Latrell, like just say where Cody Walker gets the ball, just a little dummy in from the prop to hold the markers up or something, like he can get to the 4-man, and then you got fucking Fafita and Latrell on the 3-man.
Where does Jack White
inside and out? I think Jack plays right centre.
And Campbell Graham right wing?
Yeah, something like that. That'll be strong too. They can swap around. But like just imagine Latrell and Dave Fafita working on your 3-man inside and out, and Cody Walker just fucking with a little bit of time, right? And you got Jai Gray around the back. You know what I mean? Like it's outstanding shape.
Yeah.
It's going to be the amount of shape they can get in, and the amount of like how dangerous that is. You leave Dave Fafita 1-on-1 with a 3-man, he's fucking shrugging you off with his hips.
Yeah, but if you overcommit, then there's a 1-on-1 out there for Latrell.
That's what I'm saying. And you're going to come in on Latrell, and if you come in on there, lose around the back with a little simple boom straight to AJ. AJ might score 20 tries this year for that shape if they all stay fit. And Cody Walker is the key. He's getting a bit older now.
Yes.
You know, I don't expect him to be fucking making line breaks, but I expect some line break assists. I expect some fucking about probably 25 of them.
The issue, the roster's stacked.
Stacked.
The issue is health.
Yep.
They just can't stay healthy. And the alarming part now
Yeah.
already is David Fafita and Latrell picked up a knock on the weekend as
Yeah.
well. So they're going to miss a couple of training
And
sessions. I don't think it's super hectic, but it is worrying.
And even
that
if you get...
whatever's been happening
Yeah,
there.
it's fucking shit.
Because they're doing all the right things.
Yeah.
You can see that Fafita and Latrell are both super fit. Like you can see in there. And everyone's fit at this time of the year, right? But I don't know what's happening there.
Even if you get Cody,
injury
just on
curse.
the right side of the post, you get wide ball to Cam Murray, lead, someone out the back, Cody, double shape, fucking Jai Gray. It's like that shape that they can have is fucking disgusting. And even a block shape, Latrell runs the lead and fucking Latrell, and what's the name out the back, or Dave running the lead, Latrell out the back, and then they can just link up and have that fan shape. Like it's fucking.
Do you want to stack all your chips in one side, or would you like?
It works.
Or what about a little bit of variety of putting Cody over to the right? I know it's his favourable side, his left, but you have a little bit more balance with Humphreys, Fafita, and Latrell because they're probably not going to need a grouse shape to pull people apart. No. And then if you have potentially Cody, Jack White, and Campbell Graham, Tyrone Munros of the world, Kalolmatangi. I reckon
You've got to share. You have to
play middle.
No, you have to you have to be. You know, like predominantly they're going to go left because of Latrell. There's more danger, and they'll back themselves even if they stack another man.
Yeah.
Because of the skill of Cam Murray to beat those markers A and B, get to the 5-man. You know what I mean? He's just got that skill set. Boom, and then you're just going to have just talent. And
actually, now that you're saying that, and the part that you
know what I'm fucking saying,
you're going to have so much things to look at out on the edge. That Cam Murray, Jamie Humphreys, Keon Kalolmatangi, I reckon they're going to.
They'll have their own. They'll have their own. You want to come up and check, release, and fucking go stylewards.
Yeah.
Cam Murray hits Kalolmatangi nice and short. Yeah. He hits fucking Humphreys can run.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
Cheese is playing lock.
Cheese fucking
front row.
Cheese is motivated and he's playing his best football. Yeah. Watch out for him. If you want to chase out for a marker, dummy, go the other way. You know what I mean? Like they're going to have a lot of options if they can fucking put it all together and stay uninjured.
No,
they're a threat. But just the news with Fafita and Latrell getting injured. How?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens in pre-season.
They are a team, and I'm going to say it right now. I won't have them in my top 8, but I want to be wrong about them.
Yeah,
because it's health. It's 2 years now, mates, and that's my biggest concern. And I want to have them in the 8. I want them to be fully healthy, but I can't because it's you got to learn from whatever mistakes you make.
Someone like Wayne's been coaching for 39 years in the NRL to say it's the worst injury toll he's ever had in his career is fucking outstanding.
Yeah,
outrageous. I mean.
Yeah, outrageous.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Great work.
It's
Boys.
out. It's definitely get out with the injuries. Out with the injuries.
Yeah, good luck to him.
Leave them.
Adam Elliott will be a little bit of a threat because he can get in there and play. He's one of those guys. He'll be fucking, him and Cam Murray, they'll have a little bit of a combination because Adam Elliott fucking just loves hitting holes.
Yep.
Okay,
again.
And because what fucked him up in Newcastle is they gave him that role of being a ball player.
No, get rid of that.
Don't fucking ball play, mate.
He just becomes a front rower.
Hit holes.
Yeah.
And he's good at that. He's tough. He fucking plays big minutes and he could be a little gem for him.
Yeah, Cam's the dude. And now they've got Jamie Humphreys through the middle doing that as well. I think if him and
not sure who their front row. Who's their front row? Who's their front row?
Light.
Very light.
Very light.
Totola. You still got Totola.
Totola's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I reckon you'll see a lot of. Moale's gone to Melbourne. I reckon you'll see a lot of Keon at front row. You'll see a lot of Adam Elliott front row. You'll see a lot of Cheese at front row.
Yeah, I think Keon's going to be the front row.
Yeah,
he can play. He's bigger. He's bigger than you think. Keon was about 6'3", 105. Probably heavier.
In comparison to Tommy Burgess of the world that they've had in years past, you know what I mean?
But he fucking can do a job easy.
Excited to see a sober Cheese. See what he
gets up fucking to. Oath. Cheese is going to...
Looks motivated. Saw a couple of his posts, mate.
Yeah, have you ever seen anyone in the locker room sort of been through stuff like he has? And
not to that degree.
Pre-season?
I don't know the extent that he was in, but obviously it's he's been to rehab and he's looked after himself and takes a man to do what he did and to admit that he's got an issue and to face those demons, to go into rehab. I got nothing but fucking respect for that man to go out there and then hopefully it pays dividends. He comes out there and he just fucking murders it. You know, he's a character of the game. He's a great player. I want to see him really reach his potential because his potential is very, very high.
Yeah.
The ceiling is high, and I don't think he's even got near it. But his natural potential, his natural ability has got him to be one of the best nines in the game.
Yeah.
But for him to go swallow his pride, come out with it, and tell everybody, right? That's a man.
Yeah.
Right? That's a man, and I hope to God that he comes out and he comes out and plays his best football.
He said on the podcast it was just about living up to the personality. Like that was a huge part of it. Like he was known as the fun guy, the party guy, and he didn't want to let people down. Man. Like so he would go out.
You got to play football.
Yeah.
He walked out of rehab saying, I'm Cheese the footballer now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not Cheese the party guy.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. Fucking, it's
I
great.
can't wait.
It's great.
Love the cheese.
Yeah. So we love the cheese. Mace, it is order day for Papa Macro. So jump on the website now. The orders stop at roughly 7 p.m. tonight. papamacros.com.au. Remember, for our audience, put in the code levels30. That'll get you $30 off your first box if you haven't got involved before. But there are a lot of our listeners that are returning, so put in the code levels10. That'll get you 10% off all future orders. And I can't stress this enough. You've got to put your orders in tonight, for the delivery on Sunday.
Summertime, boys. Get ripped.
Let's get to the Sharks.
Sharks, eh?
This one comes from Chris Bray. Good to have you boys back and love the detailed previews. I have a comment question regarding the Sharks. I think with all the other off-season stories, the injury to Ronaldo Mortale isn't being talked about enough. Man. As is common with New Zealand players, they're not Origin players, which means they're underrated, but he is an elite winger.
He's right.
He can score and stop tries that Stone Street won't be able to, which could be the difference between a close win or loss. Do you think his absence with McInnes, because he did his ACL at the back end of last year, Mace, could see the Sharks fall out of the 8?
No. McInnes is replaceable. I know his energy is unreal. He tackles everything, but they've got people in the wings that can do McInnes' job.
Agreed.
Ronaldo, on the other hand, Stone Street can't do what he can do.
I like Stone Street.
I like Stone Street. Yeah, I do. No disrespect to Stone Street at all. Yep. But that man Ronaldo does some freaky shit.
Agreed.
And I think he's toned it down a little bit, but I don't. Just a little bit.
He goes through
stages where I think, yeah, he's matured. He's not going to do this. The next minute he's fucking standing over Munster, just fucking giving him a lip.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that because I've never seen a player other than like a Wendell or someone like that who's a winger that holds so much energy in the team.
Yep.
And he's that.
He is.
He's the guy.
He is.
Like he can fucking make mistakes and do all this sort of shit, and then Cronulla's on the back foot. Or he fucking catches one hand and runs fucking 50, 60 metres, like does a massive hit. Like he's the spark plug to that whole team.
Yeah.
And it's really weird to have a winger like that.
He can influence games more in other ways than just scoring than any other winger.
Yes. Yeah, and it's very rare these days. I've never seen it apart from like, when you had a Wendell running like fucking 300 or 400 meters on you, but and he was charismatic, he was big deal, you know what I mean? But Ronaldo has that, he's got that same swag, man.
Yeah.
He hits hard, he's an energizer bunny, and they'll miss him. It sucks having him. I think he might make the end of the year.
Maybe halfway through the season.
Yeah.
He did it in the Pac Champs.
Yeah, but still, I mean, what's it been, 4 months now? 3-4 months?
That would have been only 3 maybe
months?
2.5, 3 right now.
So you got another month before this thing, so that's 4. You probably got another 3. It depends how it's healing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's a key. He's one of the best wingers in the game. But I think Stone Street, you give a person like Stone Street an opportunity. He didn't let anyone down last year. Put it that way.
He goes good, yeah. And I think again, when Sione Katoa come back, so here's an indication how much they love Jesse Calhoun. I'm just looking at the signings here. So he is the player that replaced Cam McInnes at the back end of last season. Did really well. He signed until 2030. Yeah. 26, 7, 8, 9. That's a huge signing. So there's a lot of belief in Jesse Calhoun.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. McInnes he's a dog. Like he goes hard.
Yeah.
But he gets to lie. Because he's at that age there, and is he captain of the club?
He was. Brayley took over last year when he got
gets the lion's share of the ball, where I think he probably gets the ball too much.
Agreed.
And I think because they try and make him play that Cam Murray role where he doesn't have that skill set, right? He's tough and everything like that, but he tries to play that where Calhoun is genuine. Yeah. He's a genuine ball player.
He's got a little bit of
genuine runner.
Yep.
If you want to fall off him, he's going to test you.
Yep.
Where McInnes, he's not a very big body. No disrespect to McInnes, he's a goer, but like Calhoun, he's a football player.
I reckon Cam McInnes gets good money to go to the Perth.
Fucking oath, you need someone like that.
Yeah.
He's just going to fucking make 60 tackles. He's a great leader, great human. That's what, he deserves, and he deserves a payday.
He'll
Have a look at that fucking.
He'll make that team.
Have a look at that melon. He
Yeah.
fucking needs a bit of work.
He should get. It's closer to Turkey too. Like he needs to get over Turkey. Facial hair,
How
everything.
long will it take to get to Turkey from Perth?
Mate,
Get him there.
Well, it's 4 hours less than Sydney.
Get his Barry's done in Thailand.
He's 32 on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no, Sunday.
Fuck yeah.
He'll make the Perth Bears elite from Monday to Friday.
Yeah. You need if you're going to have recruitment, you've got to recruit guys like that. If he's off contract, you're like fucking
26. Yeah.
Get him.
They've got a lot of guys available because looking at the signings, we'll go to the signings.
He'll give you a good solid fucking two years.
Yep. Fucking oath he will. Yep. For the Sharks to make the top 8, they're $1.65. I like that play too. I think $1.65 is the right price and maybe even a little bit overs there.
Yeah.
To make the top 4, $3.75. Let's just put it not $375. Minor premiership and grand final winner both $15. So Sharks are just
fucking hell. It's hard, man.
My big question, and I'll get to this, and maybe your main man can help my question. Are they genuine threats, Mace, or are they just a really, really good regular season team? Because under Fitzy, they've been arguably the most consistent team that's not named the Melbourne Storm and Penrith Panthers in the last 4 years.
Yeah, yep. They have no gains.
0 gains.
0 gains. So do you think that side from this year can fucking make a step? They got to the prelim, right?
Yep.
Can they get over that hump and get to a grand final with the same team? I don't think so. I don't think so. If you put another,
But you wouldn't be surprised if they get the prelim again.
they're going to get to the fucking. I wouldn't be surprised if they finish top 4.
Yeah,
because
Same.
they're
Same.
unreal regular season.
Yeah.
It's just like when it comes to the crunch, like they just don't have that real X factor.
Well, who's your main man? Can
Well,
he
I
be
think-
the difference?
I think Braden Trindle. I think last year probably had his best year ever, right? Like they gave him the 7. He's a 7, right? Was he 6? No, they
He's
gave him
6, but
6. But they got a good little combination there with Nico. I think Nico was nearly my main man, but I just think Nico just needs to get better and better and just keep improving. Not worry about the rep scene, not worry about anything else. Just make sure he plays his best football because when he's on, they're on. But Braden Trindle, kicking game, X factor. His
He was
defense is
definitely
really
the
good.
X factor.
He was the X factor. So I think Braden Trindle can make another couple of steps forward. Their back five's outstanding. Their forward pack can match anyone. You know, like Brayley making that Australian team will give him a hell of a lot of confidence.
Yes.
Their back row's outstanding. You know, they're one of the best, like, just like, what is it? Like the normal season, fucking
regular season.
teams. Like they'll fucking make the top 4 and everyone, they'll be promising here and there.
Here we go. I'll throw something at you. They're playing the same odds. If you were going to have a play on the Sharks, you'd have a play at minor premiership, not grand final winner.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're both 15s.
Yeah.
You have your concerns whether they can get over the hump in the finals, but you wouldn't be surprised if they fucking won the minor premiership and had 18 wins throughout the season.
Well, have a look what happened last year, like
8
with
losses or
Canberra.
whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, and they can string some fucking games together.
Yeah.
If they didn't go on that little losing streak, they would have got the minor premiership
Yep.
easily. So they've got that real nucleus of that team that they're fucking hard. They're a hard team.
Adam was a bit banged up.
Fitzy is just like he just installs that like defensive mentality. They just attack in numbers and they play hard-nosed football and run good lines on the edge. Like if they get their shit together, they got a really good strong bench. You know, I'm not
In the finals, remember the huge call that Fitzy made with he stuck with Billy Burns over Britton Nikita?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Britton Nikita goes straight back in the start of his
Straight
career.
back.
Yeah.
He goes straight back into any side that he's playing. He goes straight back into the New Zealand side.
I was against it, but I understood it because you're trying to create next man up mentality, Mace, and it would have been a tough decision for him.
I get it if it was the other side.
Yeah.
Other side
Teague
back
Wilton?
row.
Teague Wilton.
Yeah, Teague.
Billy Burns is playing really
Billy
good.
Burns is all right.
He was playing good. He was playing good footy.
Nicker has been a premier back rower for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It's not like, and he's a mainstay. He's a starting back rower for fucking for New Zealand all the time. It's not like you're mucking around with a club footballer. Like he's a premier back rower. you don't fuck with that. You put him straight back in.
I think $1.65 is good odds from the tab for them to make the 8.
No, easy.
It's not a bad play, that one.
Did you see the quotes from Nico this week?
Here we go. You've just put it in there.
They've got 15 players off contract.
Oh, yeah, here we go. So
It's either now or never, right?
we haven't touched on the last dance or the players leaving. It's probably just an unspoken thing. Background, everyone knows that it doesn't need to be spoken about. We just need to win every day and get players singing from the same song again and put it on the paddock, yeah.
Well, they've got no changes. Now, I worry about that with injuries. There's no gains. There's no if they have a couple.
They've got a good squad,
have
though.
a couple of key injuries.
Yeah.
To the halves, the spine, they're fucked.
They re-signed all their guys a couple of years ago. So, like, yeah, but look, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 out, 15 that are off contract at the end of the year.
Out of 30.
They're all 2026 the last season.
We'll go. Hey, Perth Bears will be fucking hunting those guys then.
It's quite a dramatic number. So Hamlin Wello won't be there. Billy Burns probably will get a club-friendly deal to stay.
I'm saying, like, as if they're like, just say you're coming off, like Perth Bears.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if you're fucking looking at that, they'll be.
Jesse
throwing.
Ramian will be a big one.
Yeah, I like Ramian. Hero.
Sione Katoa will be a big one. Sifa Talakai will be a big one.
Talakai. I'd have Talakai in any team in the whole comp on the bench.
Yeah.
He's a fucking animal.
I love Talakai.
Jeez, he was good last year. Outstanding.
He was.
Fuck, he
And then he
reads
goes and plays
defence.
centre at
Yeah,
high
he
level.
reads
Yeah.
defence. Like him as right 4 or left 4, you ain't even trying to spot your 3-man. He's like Tony Carroll.
Yeah.
He's coming. Yeah, and he hits with a lot of meaning.
All right, let's get to the Dragons, the last team. This one comes from Jack Greendale. We've got some good questions about the Dragons, and they're a really intriguing team for me this year. Hey, guys, Dragons fan here. I think our chances of making the 8 rely on the impact of Daniel Atkinson. We were in a lot of big games last year and won many against good teams, beat the Storm, beat the Broncos, beat the Raiders and the Sharks. If we can just have some consistency in the halves, I think we can crack the 8 this year. Thoughts? And then we'll chuck in Claire Harvey. Hey, boys, love the pod. Dragons question. With the injury cloud over Little, who looks like he's going to miss the start of the season, mate.
Oh, shit.
Also,
He was going to be my main man.
yeah, Little was
I
awesome
liked
for
him.
him off the bench. So they've got, I reckon it could be one of those, is it a silver lining?
Yeah.
There's a silver lining
Always
with a really
silver lining, mate.
shit situation for Jacob Little, who proved to be really impactful for them off the bench. Well, this is Claire sort of brought up this. Claire Harvey brought up this situation. Can you see Kyle playing a role similar to Ben Hunt did for the Broncos at stages last year, 60-odd minutes in the halves and then moving to hooker to give Cook a rest, leaving the door open for King Tongia to come in at 14? Would love to know your thoughts.
Yeah.
So here's another one I'm going to get on the front foot with. This is a prediction for me. I think Daniel Atkinson, I've said this, I like Daniel Atkinson as an NRL player. I think Daniel Atkinson is going to have a Luke Metcalf-like impact on the Dragons. I think he's been waiting for an opportunity
7
for a
or
number
6?
of years. 6. Oh, I think he might play 7 because I would go with King Tonga. We'll build this out, mate. Daniel Atkinson, I've been, just watching him recently. I think there's a bit of Jimmy Maloney about Daniel Atkinson, whereas I think there's, when I've heard him interviewed and you hear stuff about Daniel Atkinson, good footy player, great clubman and that, he's a bit of a larrikin.
I've never seen that.
I think he's a bit of a larrikin within, maybe...
Maybe Fitzy's taken that out of him.
No, so what I'm trying to say this right without without hammering.
No, fuck.
Like
You can't hammer him if he's a bit of a larrikin.
People didn't take Jimmy Maloney seriously when he was in Reggie's with us, right? It wasn't until he went down to Melbourne, and even then he showed
Warriors.
glimpses, and then he actually got a proper start at the Warriors where he was the 5'8" week in, week out, and then his resume speaks for itself. Fucking
And the Roosters.
so many fucking premierships, origin games, everything. But for a while there, it took Jimmy Maloney about 23, 24 before he cemented himself at the Warriors. Maybe a bit of touch earlier.
2010.
I can see a guy like Daniel Atkinson and Flano, who's worked with Jimmy Maloney at the Sharks, going, all right, this guy might not be your traditional half and he's got a little bit of lair about him or he's got a cheeky personality, but it's a need. It's a desperate need for them. They need to find some sort of playmaking in the 7 jersey or 6. I would go, and this is where the silver lining comes in with Kyle Flanagan, I would go Daniel Atkinson 7, King Tongi if he can fucking get his defence right. At 6, that's a big if, mate. I would go alleviate the pressure from my son in Kyle Flanagan. I'd put him in the 14 jersey.
Yeah.
Let him become the Mr. Fix-It, coming off the bench, covering all the different positions because they've lost Jacob Little. And let's go all in on
I would
Atkinson.
go
Let's go all in on
Flanagan 7 and fucking
Atkinson 6.
Atkinson 6.
Okay.
Atkinson's a runner. I'm not sold on King Tonga.
Same,
Not a
same.
chance, mate.
Yeah,
He's
same.
like, you can teach kids how to defend, but the way that he defends,
The misses that he makes.
it's a business decision. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I do.
He's not putting his body in the right places because he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I've seen enough. I've seen enough, and
Yeah.
they spot him up a lot. At least Flano puts his body in the right position. He's willing to fucking cop that knock.
Yep.
And I'll prove me wrong, King Tonga, because I reckon he's got a lot of talent with the ball, and it's probably got him that far to first grade,
Yep.
to the NRL. Now you got to learn how to defend, son. And at a fucking elite level, you're the 3-man. You are getting spotted up massively from back rollers.
Yep.
And if you're not all in with your body and putting your head where you fucking wouldn't put your foot, no one's going to pick you.
Agreed.
And they fucking had no depth last year, so they kept on persisting with him. Hope to God that all they've been doing, their defensive coach, has been working on his defense.
Sending traffic.
If he fucking works on his defense and he gets it up to scratch, then you can compete with Flano. You know, because at least Flanagan, like, he's got some naysayers and everyone's fucking bagging him and nepotism and his dad and everything like that. He has a crack.
He has a crack.
He has a crack, mate.
Yep.
And if you will never out. He fucking outworks everyone at training. He fucking competes, works on his game, and he works on his defense mainly, right? And he's become an actually okay defender.
Yeah.
Flano. At the start, he was little. Now he's going to get a little bit bigger. Where King Tonga is naturally a better football player than Flano, right?
Yeah,
He's
agreed.
gifted and all that kind of stuff. But like, defense fucking wins competitions,
I'm with
and you
ya.
cannot have a guy like that who's such a liability. Well, we saw that fucking left edge, mate. Diabolical.
I was targeting him.
Diabolical.
Every week I was picking try scorers on that edge.
Well, mate, you're a right side back row fucking centre. You score tries at will. And I hope to God that they have been working on his game, not his attack. I wouldn't even give a fuck about his attack because he's a natural attacker. But defense, young kid, get that shit together. You've got to get it together if you want to get to that next level.
So if he did get it, because I'm with you, mate. I'm one more season. I know he's only young in his career, but you're right. Some of the decisions that he
Fuck,
made
mate.
left me like
They're business decisions, mate.
I was questioning that for sure.
If he fucking put his head in, if he put his body in front of like a Olakawatu or whatever, or fucking some of these beasts that are running at him, fair enough.
Yeah.
You just, you're a young kid. You need your strength back. You get your man strength. You're playing against grown-ass men. You're still a young kid. But when you're not even fucking in the vicinity of these guys, then you got something.
Sometimes you he sits back and waits for everything.
He's sitting in a pocket. You don't do that.
Sometimes you got to fake it until
And
you
who
make
the
it.
fucking who's their defensive coach?
Dean Young? Is he
Fuck,
there?
mate.
Is he at the Dragons with him? Oh, fuck.
But you can only teach so much at training. But you're doing everything at training,
100%,
and then you get into the fit on the game, and it's a different level. Dean Young now, he's a fucking great defensive. He's a great defensive
they don't have
coach.
much of a coaching staff from memory. They've got obviously Flano, Dean Young assistant, and Ryan Carr.
Oh, Ryan Carr, yep. He stayed on. He was the interim.
And-
and is Dean Young there?
Michael Ennis joins
Oh, yeah.
as the defensive coach.
Well,
Does it say defensive coach?
Key defensive appointment.
well, fucking Mick Ennis is a gun. He'll understand.
Yep.
I don't trust the Google AI.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
but if Mick Ennis is in the vicinity of that building and he's a defensive defensive
mate.
coach.
No.
Come on, AI, fuck you. Anyway, he's in the fucking building. He'll be teaching all these little fucking nuances in the game, defensive systems, all that kind of stuff. Dean Young is he's a weapon and stuff like that.
Yep.
Flanagan is a fucking defensive fucking weapon.
Defensive minded.
You've got to get this kid up to scratch.
Mick Ennis has definitely.
Please
Dragons.
get him up to scratch.
I know he's at the Dragons. I just don't know if he's
Yeah, just get him up to scratch, and then you're fucking talking, right? And then he can compete with Flano, and you got Atkinson, who's your X factor. He can play he's your 6, but you need to fucking figure out the 7. And Flano he didn't have a bad year last year.
No.
Didn't have a bad year.
No, he had some good games.
He had some all right games where it's like, fuck, Flano, you've turned the corner.
Yeah, the problem with Flano, and this is the problem that fans have, I reckon, it's the he had some rough moments, and I guess it felt that a lot of the Dragons fans would feel like when he did have bad moments that he was not held accountable for it.
No,
that's the problem, and that's what
you had a couple of good people in the wings waiting. Give me an opportunity. Yeah. So if you play like you can get Flano if he has about 2, 3, 4 bad games, you got to make a change. And they didn't make the change. That's when they start making all this bullshit up. All the fans start going mad because they're just as fucking mad as Bulldogs fans.
I thought it was interesting that he was doing fan podcasts in the off season.
Who Flano was?
Yeah,
the coach or player?
The coach.
Yeah, Flano does a fair bit of that shit.
Yeah, he did this podcast with, I believe it's one of like the fan podcasts of the club.
I want to watch that.
He's a good man, Flano.
Yeah, he's good. I
love Flano. I've fucking always had great time for him. He's a good coach. I want him to succeed over there.
Yeah.
But not round one.
Ooh, goes round one.
He did a week ago. He did the Saints podcast. So it's F17 on YouTube. It's just a bunch of young kids that are Saints fans.
It's good that he does that, but
that's smart.
Yeah,
because he's getting the fucking fan base on side.
Yeah,
it's not like he's doing.
Yeah, but it's like if you're gonna say, okay, what coach is doing a podcast, like you'd think Benji, and that's probably about it.
Yeah. But that would be the version of our man, the Para podcast cave. Para. It'd be like a version.
Most clubs have podcasts. Like the Bulldogs have one.
Yeah.
No, but this is like it's not a club podcast.
He should go on Hello Sports. That'd be fucking all time.
It's just a fan-led podcast. It's not anything to do with the club.
But they're all St George supporters, aren't they?
Yeah.
So he's not dumb. They're going to support him.
Good play. But yeah, I reckon if the Dragons are anywhere near the 8 and competing and surprising people, it's because Atkinson's 7, King Tongi has fixed his defence and he's the 6. I can't see a world in where they're a genuine threat for the top 4, top 8 with Kyle at 7.
Depends how fucking big a year Daniel Atkinson has. If he has a career best year, lives up to potential, your 7 can just enjoy the ride.
Yep. For the Dragons to make the top 8, they're $4.50. Top 4, $13. Minor premiership $126 and $51 for the grand final.
Odds.
So their signings and gains of Daniel Atkinson we've talked about. Josh Kerr returns.
Josh Kerr will be good.
Yep. Good young pack that they've got coming through as well with a lot of local juniors. David Farley, Setu 2 is a winger from the Warriors. Joseph O'Neill from the Bulldogs. Losses, Jonah Glover, Sione Finau to the Raiders. Cody Ramsey. The levels have just gone down in the background here. Lukey.
What happened, Lukey?
There we go. We're back.
Fuck, Big Clem's gone to St Helens.
Clemson,
on
Helens,
you, big boy.
Jacob Ballon Eels, Lockie Ilias Titans. But your main man is still...
My main man is King Gutho. And it was up to him. And I was thinking, like, when I was going through this last night, I'm like, who the fuck has St George got? I said that, didn't I? Like, I said, who they got? Like, and I forgot that Gutho was there. Cookie had a bit of a down year. And that's because Cookie's whole game is predicated, I've always said it, on middles getting quick play the balls, right? I think Josh Kerr will help him in that.
Yep.
He's a big body. And
Late
they've got some decent middles there. And no one's ever out muscled the Dragons.
No.
They're fucking physical as hell.
They are.
They are physical.
And they're young.
And they go at it. They've got some really good young kids. And I think if they can just get some more momentum in the middle, that'll get Cook running more. So when Cook runs, they're very dangerous. But Gutho, on the other hand, the way that his line organisation, his communication to the middles, his communication to the 7 and 6 and where he's at, his energy, his spirit, and what he fucking brings is like, you can't coach that. Look behind us with Diane Nicola, the money
Nicola.
fence. Nicola Jokic.
Nikola
Jokic. But yeah, so I think King Gutho, I love the way he plays. I love the energy that he has and the spirit that he has. And he
I love the word spirit.
Loves it.
Love
right?
the word spirit.
It's like he's been there for 10 years.
Yeah.
But he's been there for 1.
I called the game against, I remember it specifically. I called the game against the Sharks, and this is where I lost faith in the Sharks as well, because the Dragons just weren't nowhere near the quality of roster that the Sharks were. But Gutho willed that team.
Built the whole fucking team.
Mate, and there was a couple of games, the game against the Storm early in the wet,
Yes.
And he's just screaming and marching orders and taking. He has like 25 carries for like 180 meters. Like he's averaging 6 meters per carry, but
Still one of the best positional players in the game.
Defensively, yes.
Defensively, but like, your little kicks, he's always on it. Like he might have lost a meter of speed, but he fucking makes up for it somewhere.
Effort. It's all effort.
And when you see you fucking, and he's getting up there with age, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got to be 31.
Has to be.
Has to be 31, 32. So like he's got a couple of years left in him, some quality years. So it'll be an interesting year. I can't call what the fuck happens with St George. Like last year, I would have thought, they got a top 8 roster. Just couldn't put it together.
Keon rocking up in the following year will be good for him. Val got injured as well. Moses Sully got injured.
Yeah.
Like, they've got some dudes.
Yeah.
They've got some
strike, man.
But this is where, in my question, Mason, we'll talk about these guys. I think, is their youth movement ready or is it still 1 year away? Hamish Stewart looked good last year on debut. So did Dylan. So all 4 of these guys debuted last year. Hamish Stewart, Dylan Egan, Jacob Halangahu, and Loco Pacific Tonga. I think they are all out and out first graders.
Yep. They'll be pushing.
I feel like they should have all debuted this year, but the Dragons were just desperate.
Yeah. And I'm glad that they had some good runs and they can handle it physically.
Yep.
And I think Loco Pacifica Tonga, I think he'll be one of those guys that should be on the bench. Jacob Halangahu, he's either going to be starting or he's going to be on the bench. I'm not sure about Hamish Stewart or Dylan Egan, but
Dylan Egan would be starting if fit.
Yes.
ACL magic round. I think. He did.
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
But he's going to take his time to get back because he's young. It'll probably be 9 months for that ACL.
I met Hamish Stewart at a golf day in the off season. Fuck it. I was going to say I don't want to put too much pressure on the kid. Future captain.
Yeah.
Really impressive kid. Huge, way bigger than I anticipated.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my height, but thick. Yeah. Just got a bit of who's a comp for him. Anyway, just impressed by him.
Halangahu's like a little mini David Fafita.
Yeah, agreed.
So like if he can get his minutes up,
I love all 4
Pacifica
of them.
Tonga, I think if he can get his minutes up, he can play good 25, 30 non-stop quality minutes.
Yep.
And he can get 2 stints like that. He's big, he's strong, his fitness is not too bad. Bit of an offload, runs good lines. He's got a bit of X factor about him. So you get some of these guys could have some breakout years, mate. You get a little bit of a taste of first grade in your first year. Then you're like, do I belong here? Yeah, I do. So it'll be interesting.
Who they got on the wing to compete with? Christian Tuipulotu with
Sloan?
The money man.
Sloan's gone. Sloan gone?
Yeah, the money man.
Is Sloan still there?
Yeah.
Sloaney's still there. Yeah, they've been trying to get rid of him for 3 years, but he's still there.
He's got to be on the wing there.
Sloaney was nearly top try scorer last year, and he missed like 6 games getting dropped.
Yeah. Hopefully, they can stick
out.
with him, and just pick and stick with him. Leave him on the wing.
You know
Surely.
what? I reckon they're going to miss. I like
Because
him.
he toughened up. Sorry, he toughened up by that last year.
Agreed.
He was taking some play 2s, and he wasn't getting knocked around. He wasn't getting knocked around. 3 years ago, he was getting picked up and bent back and fucking driven. Last year, he was taking it, and he was not even fucking getting hit that hard. He was fucking finding his front. So
Tell you what, they're going to need some young players to emerge because I reckon Dragons fans will be furious.
those 4 fucking kids that we just mentioned.
Yeah, no, in the backs. So Sione Finau from the Raiders, he's gone to the Raiders. Yeah. I liked him, mate. I reckon he is a player that could, he would be competing with. There's no one really on the outside backs. Who was the kid that made his debut last year? He played about in the centres. He's not in the top squad still.
Moses Sully, and that's still there?
Yeah, Moses is still there.
How's Val? What's an injury?
Val's 26, 27. He did...
Not an ACL, did he?
Nah.
Medial?
Ankle, something like that.
Okay, sinners.
No, he did a shoulder injury? Because he couldn't play our golf day. He did his shoulder.
Okay.
He did his shoulder. Yeah. And I love the Couchman. I love Toby.
Couches, yeah.
And I haven't seen enough of Ryan, but Nathan Lawson's a rugby union player, can also play in those positions. So
be hard, you.
Little rotator cuff tear to be exact.
there you go. Knew it was a shoulder. Said he couldn't rotate the golf club, the driver.
We didn't really talk about it. Signing of Keon for the following season. Big signing for the Dragons.
Did you hear about the helicopter?
No, what happened?
Yeah.
So they flew him. They flew him in by helicopter.
Fuck yeah. I heard rumours. I didn't know it was true.
Yeah.
They flew fucking Kalala.
Sydney, yeah.
What's
That's fucking awesome.
He is 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
He got a mil a year. Good on him, man. Get your money, son.
Easy got a mil.
And he deserves it.
And Flano's been swinging for a premier
He's the guy. He's the guy.
rep player for a while now. In still, like the sweet spot of his career.
Yeah.
Keon's going to be
He's
missed
prime.
at the Rabbitohs.
He's going to learn. He's learned off Wayne defensive principles and everything like that. He's been in a good system, so takes that to these young kids, right? The Helengahus, Pacifica Tonga, a lot of young Polynesian kids coming through the grades.
Yeah.
By the time he gets there, maybe in their second, third year, they can roll with him. He'll be their leader.
Flano needs to follow Ricky, his old mentor.
Yeah.
He needs to sign all these young kids now, like Hamish Stewart is 26, 27, 28, 29. I'd be signing Egan. His management would be too smart. But if I was them, I'd be signing Egan to 29. I'd be signing Pacifica Tonga to 29.
Have a 4-year plan.
Halangahu. Just give them overs. Fucking give them overs, like an extra 100,000 per season that you would have been thinking, that their market's worth. Lock them down now because they're huge futures.
Yeah, sweet.
Huge futures. All right, that's it. That's the breakdown. So let me have a look. For Monday, when we return, we'll have You've thrown me off with that.
I knew he would. I was waiting to see what your reaction was.
Same.
You got the glasses on.
I see his
So
eyes are down.
next week trial start. So we'll be previewing on Thursday, and then we'll have our season predictions. So last year we had a top try scorer, Dally M winner, point scorer, all that sort of good stuff. We'll have team lists. Team lists will be out as well, and then get us in any more questions that you have. We always love just interacting with the
coming.
Here, we're around the corner.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Let's go.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.